Unlike most other organs, it is fatty and clearly enlarged, not to mention swollen, partially due to gases, but mainly due to the deceased's lifestyle.
Ja, das
I
glaube
take
ich
the
eher.
organ to the cutting board. If the outside is intact, I'm going to check the contents.
Ja, das Äußere ist wirklich sehr intakt. So, dann schneiden wir wieder.
It sounds like there's an unusually large amount of undigested and now rotten stomach contents inside.
Ups, Entschuldigung.
Blood. Evans had to swallow it due to his injuries, which means he was still alive when he was brutally wounded in the chest.
Oh. Der Arme. Vergrößerter Magen ohne äußere Anzeichen einer Schädigung. Die Magenwände sind intakt, keine Anzeichen von Blutung im Inneren des Organs. Klumpen von unverdautem Blut im Mageninhalt, die höchstwahrscheinlich in den oberen Magen-Darm-Trakt geflossen sind.
Only the trachea left to be examined. Surprisingly, it's not damaged by the decapitation. I move on to cutting it open.
Okay.
Okay. I carefully cut, and blood. Just as I expected. Evans not only swallowed it, but also choked on it.
Ja, hat sich
Looks like I
garantiert
can
dran
wrap this
verschluckt.
up. Let me tie this together.
Die Luftröhre ist frei von Wunden und mechanischen Schäden.
After he was abducted, stripped, and tied up, he was dealt several penetrating blows to the chest. Then his head was cut off. Evans was deprived of his genitals, and the body served as an easy meal for the animals.
Ja. Also verbluten können wir streichen.
Even though there are a lot of injuries on the body that could cause death, it was the decapitation that ended Evans' life. The animal bites in the limbs occurred after death, so there's no reason to treat these as the cause of death. The damage to the lungs and heart must have led to severe hemorrhaging, so there's no doubt that Evans was choking in bloody convulsions. But it didn't last too long, which I conclude from the small amount of blood in the stomach and trachea. I never thought I'd ever wish someone to have a heart attack, but in this case, it would have been better for him.
Ja.
In some way, it can be said with certainty that James Evans was murdered.
Das stimmt. Das können wir ganz klar sagen. Ein Mord. So.
Oh well. I need to stitch this poor guy back up. It's really bothering me.
Warum willst du den
Something's not
zunähen?
right here. Because even now, the organs are relatively clean. The skin around wounds also, it's like someone pumped it out. Oh, Christ. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Das verstehe ich hier nicht. Warum man einen zunäht, wenn man eh alle Organe rausgenommen hat.
I'll leave these questions for the police to solve.
Würde ich auch.
And now, I get to head home.
Tschüss, Leichnam.
It's a fucked up thing. I'll hold off taking long walks in the forest for the near future. I have a feeling that it won't end with just one body.
Das glaube ich. So, tschüssi.
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The body is ready to be picked up.
Sure. Good night.
I think it's the first time in a long time that I finished work at a decent hour. Oh, come on. Fuck! When did I get a flat tire? What the fuck? Oh, come on. This is impossible. What's this supposed to mean? Where's this happening? Oh, someone is messing with me again. Oh. Fuck. I'm going to Ridley's. Maybe he saw something.
Natürlich hat er nichts gesehen.
Ridley, do you know what happened to my car?
What happened to your car?
All the tires are fucking flat!
Well, it happens. Don't you have a spare in the trunk?
Spare ones in the trunk. No one carries 4 fucking extra tires. In the trunk!
Jesus, Handman, calm down. I'll call you a taxi.
Calm down? That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Have you seen anyone around here? Someone strange? Suspicious?
Except you? No.
Haha, funny. I don't find all these jokes amusing, you know.
What jokes? Handman, what's wrong with you? It's just tires.
Such things are not a coincidence! What's wrong with me? Things keep happening. Last week, and now this?
Just go wait for the taxi, okay? Fresh air would do you good. Neither you nor I will do anything about it now.
Neither you nor I will do anything? What have you been doing all day? Surely something like this can't just be overlooked.
Maybe you should go outside and cool down. I'm calling a taxi.
Cool down.
Wir haben den beschissensten Wächter der Welt.
I just want to sleep.
James Evans Jr. Schließe Kapitel 3 ab. Chapter 4. The next day.
It would be easier just to move in and live here.
Danke sehr. Oh, wo ist mein Wagen hin? Und schon wieder weg. Okay. Hier hinten sieht alles gut aus. Da gucken wir mal.
It's already late in the evening.
Der Typ ist schon wieder da.
Good evening.
Hallo Abend.
Any news for me? About my car? You know, flat tires?
No.
No, what? Have you checked the cameras? Anything?
Handman, I cut my teeth working in prison. I know what to do.
What?
There were no strangers hanging around. Maybe you ran over something.
What? All the tires?
Why, possibly. You can congratulate yourself.
Christ.
You should try sleeping more. You've been kind of out of it lately.
That's the first bit of sense you've made all evening.
Good. The body is expected to be ready for pickup tonight, along with your lecture.
What? What did no one...
You still pontificating? Best hurry, don't you think?
Alles klar. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass ich eine Vorlesung habe heute.
Fuck me. I don't have the strength for this today. Have I taken my pills today? Did I take it? Or... one more won't hurt.
So, wir gehen erstmal Fenster schließen. Ich möchte nämlich keinen ungebetenen Gast haben. So, und dann gehen wir mal kurz die Pillen holen.
I need to focus. Fuck.
So.
I don't have much time. Okay, okay. One by one, Jack. Take it easy.
Holen wir erstmal die Kamera. Gut, dann holen wir die Kamera doch nicht.
Oh, a burning issue indeed. Then I'll move on to the body. Ah, shit. The lecture. I almost forgot. I'm gonna need the camcorder. This is making me nervous.
Ach, alles klar. Aber ein Brandopfer. Ach du Scheiße.
Oh well. This is not the best framing. Hello, everyone. It's the 20 something of November 1991. Jack Hammond is conducting the autopsy. Oh, I appear to be missing my gloves and apron. Yes, you already know the drill. So, the body is on the slab. Let's see what the police uncovered first. So, the victim is from yesterday's apartment block fire on Drowner Street. Personal details unknown. The exact cause of the fire has not yet been determined. However, it is known that the fire started in the deceased's apartment, where the most damage was reported. The body was not found until the next morning. The tenant was naked, charred, and with severe burns. The owner of the apartment asked about the deceased. He was surprised anyone even lived there. The deceased was sitting in an armchair near the TV. Pieces of pornographic material, an ashtray, melted video cassettes, and several bottles of so-called poppers were found in the vicinity. It's difficult to assess whether any escape attempts were made. Firefighters indicated that it was probably the large quantity of poppers found near the deceased and rapid spread of the fire. Well, that's our basic question. Whether the death occurred as a result of fire, or whether he was dead before it.
Alles klar.
As you can see, the body is in quite an unusual pose. For the purpose of photographic documentation, we'll leave it like that for now. This position is called the pugilistic attitude. This is due to the influence of high temperature on the muscles.
Aha. Guck mal, ich lerne durch das Spiel was. Ich wusste nämlich gar nicht, dass beim Feuer die Muskeln so verkrampfen dann.
The fire reaches the skin first, then the soft tissue, until the skeletal muscles are exposed.
Da habe ich was Neues gelernt.
Coagulation occurs in exposed muscles due to their fibers shrinking.
Okay.
The extensors yield to the force of the flexors.
Okay.
The muscles contract and contract until the limbs become flexy and deformed. The upper ones are characterized by a triple bend, similar to a boxer holding his hands in front of him. Just 10 minutes will do it. 10 minutes for the muscles and tendons to contract, like a steak on the grill. In the end, we're all just walking meat.
Oh ja.
The deceased must now be straightened out, and we need to get rid of these bindings. He looks to have been tied up in a rather unusual way. The deceased's neck and feet were most likely secured to his hands, and these were probably tied in front and around the crotch level. Which explains why, despite the severe burns, the deceased's limbs are not all that twisted. That's better. It's easier to straighten him now. Without taking out the magnifying glass, we already know that the deceased's skin is heavily charred and cracked.
Ja, das wissen wir bereits. Zwischen 2 und 4 Uhr, okay. So, die Lupe machen wir aber in der nächsten Aufnahmesession. Und dann würde ich sagen, werden wir in der nächsten Aufnahme erfahren, was die wirkliche Todesursache vielleicht war. Und ob das Feuer wirklich die Todesursache war oder ob er vielleicht schon vorher tot war. Also, liebe Freunde des Studiums, wir sehen uns gleich wieder und ihr auch auf YouTube. Wir sehen uns gleich wieder in der nächsten Aufnahme oder jetzt im Anschluss. Haut rein, bis gleich.